It's the 15th of April 2023 and I thought I'd do a quick garden tour. This area's changed to what I thought it would be. It was going to be the rose garden, but quickly realised the shade of the two oak trees would make it too shady for the roses. So this is now full of hydrangeas and daffodils. There are some roses in here, but they were pre-existing before we moved in. And I kind of added into that to make it shady. The cow parsley is looking amazing here. That will look stunning when its frothy white flowers come up. And in this border I've got a mix of shade lovers and then into the sun lovers. It's a beautiful day after all the rain, but it's still got a little bit of a wind going on. New pots from Morrison's. First time I've ever had fully matching pots, so I'm really chuffed with them. At the moment they're planted with white tulips and underplanted in a lasagna effect of, I think there's narcissi and cosmos in there, so they're all coming through. Not cosmos, crocus. Up into this herbaceous border we've got all my roses that I planted here in 2021. Clematises, lupins, delphiniums, astranthias, sedums, geraniums, dahlias, fritillarias. What else is in there? Oh god, there's all sorts. Lilies, foxgloves, more cow parsley. The archway has got a ceanosus that was a rescue from work, and a pre-existing clematis which is just starting to bud up. So the herb gardening against the house did okay over the really bad winter and the frosts, but the mint has been very successful. The mint, and we've got chive, we've got oregano in here, we've got the nerines hidden below the mint at the moment, which are beautiful for late flowering. And the rose bushes had a real big chop back when we had the thatcher here, and they're now starting to go around the window again, so that'd be good. And let's have a check out in the greenhouse. It's about 15 degrees in the greenhouse. It's not heated at the moment, but it's been quite successful at the moment. We've got lots of cosmos have been planted, artichoke, or fartichokes as we call them there. This end are the late planters, so these were only sown yesterday, so nothing coming up here. And then we're into the dahlias from seeds, the melons. These are the collarette dahlias from seed, then lobelia from seed, cornflowers, more dahlias, globe thistles, lupins, into cosmos. Quite a lot of cosmos. We've got some salvias and some more dahlias. All the tomatoes, the Livingston daisies, and then this was a free pack of seeds from a trade show that is for bumblebees, so that'd be an interesting one. In here we've got gypsophilia, there's a blue daisy. Trying to think what else is in here without, I don't want to undo it really to let the cold in. Asters, all waiting to come up. The view from the greenhouse is quite nice across the fields. We sometimes get deer in this field next to us. Not sure what they planted this year, but they've been out and they've planted. So, and that overlooks where we have breakfast on this table here that David made in 2020 when we first moved in. One of the biggest changes from 2020 and 2021 is the addition of the rose garden, which has replaced the vegetable patch, which is down the end here, which I'm just taking you to. The pond area is in its infancy, but some of the plants have really done well over winter. We have managed to dig more of the slabs out from the pile that's behind the stable block. The crocus meadow has finished and we're just letting all the nutrients go back into the bulbs. David's desperate to mow it, but I won't let him at the moment. David's old office in one of the stables is about to be here. This forsythia is beautiful. This forsythia is about a year old. I'll go up through. We've got green pots again full of white tulips. And then in the rose gardens we've got predominantly roses underplanted with bulbs and things like bleeding hearts, and trying to think of what we've got in here. Grasses, we've got peonies, we've got a tree peony, fuchsias, which I can never pronounce. The paddock's really been opened up. There was a hedge here, not dissimilar to the hedge there on our boundary, but we wanted the view over the paddocks when the ponies are in this half. They're in their winter grassland at the moment, which is over, I don't know if you can see, in the corner. We had a visiting fox yesterday, which is not great when you've got chickens. Down the shady side garden, Pyrrhus is coming out, the muscuri, hellebores, euphorbias, Fatsia japonicas, castor oil plant, and acers. This has had a good mulch. Gets quite weedy because of the hedge next to it is full of ivies and nettles. One of my projects this weekend was to paint the water bats. They were a mix of bright blue, red, and like a very plasticky green colour. So I've changed the colour of them to this light green, put silver on the little taps, and they're going to have wooden tops on them to stop the birds getting in them. But I think they blend in a bit better with the garden.